a flight test explorer.
Got 2 cameras on it?
Uh-huh. Happy Wednesday. This is AC. This is Dank RC's Wednesday workshop, and here we are in the workshop. Of course, glasses are dirty. We're going to have to clean them, as is per usual. What else is going on? Is the sound working? The sound seems to be working. And then we have this camera that seems to be working. I was a little late. I wanted to be ready at the end of that video. That video was a flight from October 30th. It was a nice flight. And the reason I put that one on is because I just finally went flying recently. And I flew that plane, but it was so windy that the footage is just, the tail cam footage is just awful. Speaking of that plane, the only news that I have as far as things that I've done in the workshop really is I actually had this done last week. I just didn't, it's not done, but I had it this far last week. I built this wing. So what I'm trying for here is the old channel that's gone now, or maybe it's not gone, but it's just not, it's a dead channel. Unlike my great channel. No, I'm joking. Experimental Airlines, which I think he changed the name to Tesla something, some Tesla bullshit. Oh, did I swear within the first? Doesn't matter. I'm not a monetized channel. I'm joking. You know what I think about Tesla and Elon Musk. But anyway, look at this wing. It's the Experimental Airlines type method of building the wing of it instead of the flight test method. Oh, got a text message. The flight test method. That is the kind of the faceted fold. You know what I'm saying? The faceted fold. This is not a faceted fold. It is a continuous regular fold like you'd find on a real airplane or even a regular model airplane. But I put some lights in it. And it's already wired up for lights. It's got these in the front. And so the next step will be to install the rest of the electronics. It's going to be a twin like that video. It's basically the replacement for that plane that we just watched for 10 minutes. Nobody really watched it for 10 minutes, but I knew it was playing actually for 12 minutes. So what's happening? Well, this is basically done, except for the goober on there. I pulled out the wiring. Oh, I can't breathe again. It's always that way when I'm starting the stream. I got to get into this. Okay, so we have here, you saw the thumbnail for this video, right? Now what we have is basically a finished product, except for some of the wiring needs to be worked out. But there it is. I could make another thumbnail out of this maybe. So, but there you go. It's got the dual cameras. The cameras are installed. The video transmitter, the LED lighting, the FPV Combat goodies. So now I have to just finish stuffing this all back in. I've already had this screwed on once, but I took it off to fish some wires and do some things. Since the last stream, I did forget to put this on because I found some evidence in this box. Since the last week's live stream, I found evidence, and that evidence being, oh, where did it go? I put it right on top so I wouldn't lose it, and there it's gone. There was a little wiring harness left over, and this piece with the little hole for the flashing light. This is going to be like the flashing light. I always put on I usually almost always put on at least one flashing light, like usually white flashing on the top. I also noticed that I cut out the video transmitter pieces way too early because I shouldn't have cut them out until I knew where I was finally placing the video transmitter. So this is in the wrong place. These make up the two rear pieces that go here and on the other side where the video transmitter is. But we will use this one. I don't know what this other hole was supposed to be for. Something. We will reuse this one. Not this one. We will reuse this one. And we will just use these for sizing. I've pulled them out. So anyway, I did cut... Oh, here it is. So I found this in the box, and this was the piece that I basically made right there, as you can see. It's got the connector, same connector on it. Does it have the same connector? Yes, the pins are on the side with no power incoming, which makes sense. So if it comes unplugged, the pins will not be powered. So this I will just use. I think I made, actually, the other boxes have them too. So like I said, I made wiring harnesses for everything, for off stream for the other two boxes, which are over here. Okay, so that's going to go back in there. The hot glue gun is going. Nobody's watching, so everybody's gone. That's bye. I'm sorry I disappointed whoever was there. I know. I totally get it. I wouldn't watch myself do this. I watch other people do it though, so I guess I don't totally get it, because I mean, I totally get it why somebody wouldn't want to watch this kind of thing. Of course, I totally get it. So today, the thing we have to do first is, I think that's it. There's no, I don't have any announcements. No announcements. There's no, nothing to announce. No. I've been watching with excitement the developments with HD0 and the new goggles. That's exciting, but nothing for me to announce. Oh, Robert. Robert's here. Why is that grayed out over there? Hold on, I'm going to see why it's grayed out. It's my screen, I think. Yeah, it's just my screen is... Maybe it's dying. Thanks, Robert. Anyway, here we go. What we're going to do is reprogram it for the light that I forgot. Make sure that works. Then we will I have nothing else to do. There's nothing left to do but glue the plane together. Really, seriously. So I've got the wings here. We've got this piece, like I said. We've got these pieces that'll have to be recut. And this will have to be covered with tape. I have to glue this last light in. That light's been glued in. Everything's been done. I want to take some pictures, actually. I know, I should have done that before now. I should have done it before now. But we're going to have to do it. Okay, so we've got ourselves logged in to my computer. And, I meant to look at what the texts were. Sorry, I was going to wait. Yeah, it is Andy texting. Do you have any motors around 1750 kV? More efficient he's working on the Dolphin. Real time. Yeah, he's working on the Dolphin. I'll have to tell him I'll have to check after my stream. We'll be going to 11 o'clock today. So 11 o'clock Central Time, North American Central Standard Time. I believe we're in Central Standard Time. What does Robert have to say And Viewer of the Month award to go to somebody. Viewer of the Month award definitely goes to you, Robert. You win. And I see you and I'm like lurking on other places when I see you talking and doing things, but I'm like you. I'm usually working on something and barely lurking, but I see and you're always like a moderator. You, I love it, man. You are such a fantastic person that everybody knows that you're a good person to have as a mod, and that's great. And I feel honored, actually. Thank you. That's all you got to do is just glue things. It should be an hour and a half video night. Yes. Thank you. Yes, an hour and a half. Okay, so let's go. Let's program the thing. Let's prove Robert right and only take an hour and a half to glue 2 wings on. Okay. Hope things are going well in the northern wilds of Alberta, the mid latitudes of Alberta. Okay, control. What do I want to do? I want to minimize everything. Oh, I hate this word normal dock. I'm an IT guy. I should be able to fix that. Word, go away. Why are you trying to do something? Okay, iNav 5.1. Is iNav 6 out? That would be news that I would have to should talk about. But I don't know if it's out. What will be my next project after this? One might wonder. I'm not sure. It might be that wing, putting together that plane. It might be the crash situation that I have over there that we could look at and investigate and rebuild. It could be one of the actual manufactured planes, of which I have stacks of and a whole nother shelving unit in the other side of. Okay, iNav is not starting. Okay, here we go. iNav config 5.1. Let's make sure we can get the laptop viewed in. Yes, we can. So let's switch over to the laptop. 32, minus 32 now. Oh man, it's warming up here finally. We're out of our cold spite, and it's going. So if it's like minus 40, that's like the same. That's when Celsius and Fahrenheit merge together, isn't it? Minus 40. Man, that is some cold. Okay, we have a COM port. Oh, let's switch. Well, Robert, I think we're about halfway through winter. I hope that's the case. Oh, it's Groundhog Day, right? Tomorrow? Of course. The very scientific method of... Okay, of predicting the weather. Okay, so let's think about this here. We're looking at the LED strip programming tab, and what we need to do is wire ordering mode, and I think what we need to do is just add one, and it's going to be number 16 because now we have a total of 18. So let's wire ordering mode. Let's clear selected. Oh. Did I do something bad? No, I don't want to save that. Let's go back. Get out of something. Let's go back to it. LED. Okay. What happens when I just click somewhere? Let's make that one. Function. Color. Color is white, and blink always. Okay, now wire ordering mode. Let's go into that, and then let's click on 17. Oh, that took that away. 18. No. Now what happens if I clear selected? Oh, you know what I'm going to have to do? I know what I'm going to have to do. Turn off wire ordering mode, and let's select this one. Control, select that one, and Control, select that one. Then we're going to clear them. Clear. Okay, now we're going to go back into wire ordering mode. And then we're going to go that one, and that one. So now, this one had the overlay warning, but it's solid white color. This one, number 17, has the no overlay and should be solid white, and it is. And then this one, the new one that I inserted between 17 and 18, should have function has none. So we need to fix that. We're going to say color, and then blink always. And then we're going to say save. Okay, so now to test it, we're going to go back to just disconnect it. Disconnect, minimize, and switch, and we're back to my crazy idea of what are we going to do? Plug in the battery. That's what we're going to do. So let's unplug this. Let's get the radio. The radio is actually in the bag because I went flying. Oh, it was a cold, cold day too. There was no wind when I left to go for the flying field, and by the time I got to the flying field and got a plane in the air, it was, the wind had kicked up. Okay, got the radio. We're going to have to...
Welcome to OpenTX. Throttle warning.
This throttle warning is it's a problem.
Loiter mode. I meant to do that. Air mode.
I know, I need a new radio.
Flaps up.
Need a new radio. I don't need a new radio. I have other radios. I need to transfer this stuff to another radio. It's what I really need to do. I don't need a new radio. Okay, we're going to call it... The down button's working, though. Wing 2 iNav. So this one is different from my other wing in that it has a trigger button that the other ones don't have. Okay, so enter.
Throttle warning.
See, that throttle, I don't even touch it.
Switch warning.
I barely even touched it, and then it went to switch warning. So that meant that it detected. That's a weird.
Loiter mode. Acro mode.
And that problem
Thank
just
you.
started like recently. Okay, so we have the radio set up. That's good. Now let's plug it in with our shot battery. Let's use a 3-cell today, just to make lower power better for. This is not the first time I've plugged in the battery, so we know it's good. We know, well, okay, let me just double check the wiring on this light. Minus to minus. And I had a heck of a time. I soldered it together, and then I realized one wire I switched one wire wrong, positive and negative. So, and in the process of doing that, I screwed the whole light up, and I had to redo the whole thing. And it looked so beautiful and nice, and now it looks like crap. But it's not touching. Nothing's touching. Right? Okay, it's all good. Don't be paranoid. Here we go. Oh, it's flashing. Sure is. Everything up. And the overlay is over here on this one. So whatever the green blinking means, That means no receiver, because there's no receiver. Okay. We're good. Okay, so next we're going to start gluing this plane together. Oh, the other thing I did in the absence, I did take a diff of this and I applied the firmware to the other flight controllers and matched all the things, except I cut out the calibration section. That was a very smart move on my part. For once I was using my brain, and I could take the diff all and you find the part that's the calibration, excuse me, and you cut that part out, and then you save that as another file, like, and give it a descriptive name in my case, because my brain, and then you can easily just paste that into the other, excuse me, 2 flight controllers, because I'm building 3 planes. And then I can change the things, like I haven't set the modes. And that's another thing, I was supposed to set the modes. Either set the modes off stream or find them in that pile of crap that's over there. And that's not going to happen, because I'm not going to waste time on a live stream to look for it. So we're going to glue it together. And this is, of course, a little bit scary, but not so bad. There's nothing else to worry about. I don't want any lights out in the wings or anything, so we're just going to stuff all this stuff in here and get it out of the way. I might have to tape some of these wires down because they're silicone, so they just flop all over the place. Okay, so I think what we have to do is, if I'm going to get this camera anywhere close to what we're going to see, how's that going to be? How does that look? Let me check out the framing here. This is the right wing and the left wing. Okay, let's get these on the right sides. Okay, so let's do the right wing. It's the more complicated one. So what we'll do is we are going to start just scooching everything together. I'm getting stuck on something. What am I getting stuck on? Did I cut this front spar too long? No. Oh, the GPS, are you kidding me? Remember what I did? Of course, I've got to run into a problem. Remember what I did when I forgot the GPS on the wing? Okay, I'm going to, oh, and the wiring to the, that's what's really in the way. Oh, okay, I can do with the GPS, I think. Because that's really going to be underneath, oh, not really. Oh, man. I screwed this up. Let's glue the other wing on first. Let's glue the other wing on first. Oh my gosh. What an idiot. Alright, let's fit this one. That's what I get for saying I did something smart. Okay. Now this one shouldn't have any obstacles in the way. Oh, it's got one in the back. What did I put in the back? Those wires. God, what an idiot. Okay, but I fit this wing on once. There it is. That's how it goes on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some tape. Oh, we got to put the fin on. The boys wanted the fins. We're going to have the fins. So let's put the fins on first. So the fin goes on here. So what we have to do is just mark up a little bit of it. So I'm going to use my razor blade, and I'm going to draw, should have done this a long time ago, draw just a little score line along there. Maybe get it up here too. The VTX is in the way. And I'll just use a ruler to get between those two. Okay. So now, what happened to that little guy, silver guy? Of course, up there it is. So we'll take this and +4 Friday, 6 months winter here. Right, of course, 6 months of winter. Well, we have not even 3 months of winter here. And to be honest, in the last, since I moved here in 1993, it's different. Winter is different than it used to be. Okay, so I'm just going to go inside that a little bit, and I'm going to draw a line. And this is the line I'm going to score under. I'm scoring under this because this 3D printed piece is pretty smooth because I printed it on glass. So I'm just going to take this side and score it up. So that one's going to go there, and I'm going to do nothing more than just a light bit of hot glue on that and glue it on. Oh, and here I am gluing my soldering iron. It's a good thing that's nice silicone wire. Dumb. Okay, so we're going to get some foam ready. Here's my box of foam. Get some foam scraps ready to, oh, there's the third one, to scrape up some stuff. Calibrate your sticks again. You think that'll fix that thing that what happens with the throttle? We'll try it. That's an easy thing to do. Excuse me. Bit of thirst there. Okay. Got a little bit of glue to put on here, and then we're going to glue it on. I'm lining up the back with the back, and I'm just going to smush it on. And, oh, it's not. There it is lined up. No, it's not. Oh, I didn't even get it lined up exactly where I want. So now I'll have to put the other side on right in that same spot. Okay, we'll do the other one. I think it's because I can't see because I don't have the right glasses on. That is the problem. Let's change to the glasses that I can see with when I'm working close up. And we'll scrape along there. Gives me a line that I can adjust, and then once again we will just score it up a little bit. So the glue, I mean, it's gonna not matter really. It's not gonna matter. Okay, we'll just put a little glue on there like that. Set that aside, and we're gonna put this on like this. And that's our fin. That is just very high tech, folks. Very, Very high tech. See, I integrated a couple little ledges into this pod. This very crudely designed pod. I haven't learned to sculpt things yet, to sculpt curves around things. This is like angular and, yeah, you know. Okay, so there it is with the fins on it. Now remember to take pictures. Taking some pictures. Let's take some pictures. Sorry, I have to take some pictures. Yes, sorry, we must. And that means that I have to clean off the lens real quick. You should be taking pictures of your builds, folks, and just, you know, in case you want to remember something, or while we're doing that, let's get these. Holy smokes. I did clean these glasses yesterday when I was working on something. Oh, okay. All right. Let's hope we can get some good pictures here. All right, here we go. Let's get some good shots. Good shots for the videos that I'll be making about this, right? We need some still shots too. Close up of the, don't get my fingers on the lens. Close up of the whole like system there. What a mess. It's a big mess. Let's get this off to the side. The camera out of the way. Let's try to put this on now for another picture. All right. Get a picture of the front of it. See if we can get inside where the lights are. Yes, yes. Okay. Close up of where the VTX mounting is. Close up of the cool little pod thing that holds the sensors. Are they going to be blocked by the fins? Probably not. Close up of the rear motor situation. Showing sunny sky up. That's cool. Okay. And the wing before mounting. Let's move my glasses out of the way. Okay, and then I got to think about what I'm going to do about that wing. Okay, we took pictures. We've got the fin on. Now we have to fit this again, and now we're going to have to cut a little bit out of this wing where the fin is to make it line up right. So we'll let the fin, we'll push it against the wing. Oh, and I got to deal with this too. Let's look at this back here. Is it going to mess up that wiring? I don't think so. I think we're all clear. Oh, because, yes, see, I was off by a few millimeters, and now I'm off by a few millimeters in the front. Damn it. That's okay. So we're going to go basically up to about there. And we're going to slice is that it? Well, I'm going to want this down here, so we're going to slice the inside of it. Yeah, this is the first time I've built it with this particular wing design, with this and it's this exact location. So of course I'm running into a little issue, but that's okay. What we'll do, I think, is we'll just cut out that whole section, especially, yeah, let's see here. We'll have a piece of tape ready to wrap around when we glue it. And we'll cut that out. So let's pull it off. Yeah, this is why I probably won't even get this goddamn plane done today. Oh my god. Now that I've run into these problems, I can just see me fartsing around. Okay, so we're going to mark this. What camera view do? Oh, we're on that one. Here, let's go over here. Forget, I'm doing stuff. And okay, so we're going to cut this about, I'm really just guesstimating here. We're just going to cut it like that much. What's the worst that could happen? The good thing is that this is my plane, so all the mistakes I'm going to here. I think we should just cut this whole section completely out. That's what we're going to do. So we're just cutting completely through the top piece of foam board. And hopefully not cutting any wires or anything dumb like that. Now this should come off really easily, except at the, right at the, this part right here. So let's cut this off. And then we'll cut this carefully. Oh, look, it's not even glued together right there. How convenient. Okay, so now we'll test it again. What do we got going on in the 80s? Yeah, I know. I got plenty of sandpaper. I do that usually. Sand it up. I'm just being lazy. Definitely being lazy. I'm going to have to, oh, the other thing I have to remember to do is cut the tape on the bottom. And I'll show you what I mean in a few minutes here. Okay, where am I? We're on camera. Good job. Okay, so now let me get it past the wires and the spar and all that junk back there. Okay. Get the wires pulled through. And let's see how we're doing. Oh, look at that. That's going to be good. That's the perfect amount. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to leave the wing on. Oh, we have to fix one other thing. So let's fix that. We have to prepare this wing. I always forget about that step before you actually glue it. So in order to prepare the wing, we have to cut this up here. Just a little too much foam going to get in the way of our glue joint there. And we're going to cut this bit of glue that's sticking out right there. We're going to cut that bit of glue right there, if I can get at it. Okay. Now, on the bottom, we have this tape here, and I don't want to glue to that. I want to glue to the foam or the paper that's glued to the foam, more or less. So, this thing looks like it's at an angle, but it's not. So we're going to push this through here. Again, how many times can you fit it and unfit it? Let's see how it fits. Again. So that is a little bit of a mistake. And the next design, if I ever redesign this, I'm going to have to put the angle down some more in the front. Okay. Let's see how we're fitting here. Pretty darn good. Let's see. Oh, switching to that. Pretty darn good. It's pretty clean all the way back. So we're going to turn this over. And I'm just going to make a little tiny bit of score. I don't really want to score it here. I want to score it inside of here because I want a little bit of tape to go underneath there. So once again, pull it out, turn this over, and we're going to take our wing, and what I'd like to do is go inside of that place I just cut and do a real score. And let me make sure that I'm inside. That's how far. Okay, so we're going to go inside, and this is the line I want to score. We're about like an 1/8 inch, or 4 millimeters, 3.5 millimeters. I have to change this blade already. Okay, so we have a little score cut, and then we're going to cut it. Kind of went too far there. We'll cut it about here. And then we'll see if it peels up. Is this on camera? I hope so. We'll see if we'll see if and what is peeling up. No matter what, the foam will stay. So that's what I really care about. Oh, so you see what I'm getting at here. Trying to get this to, so even there, even with all my, I should change this blade. All I have to do is flip it over, I think. Let's try. Here we go. Oh, I should try from the back side because it's taped from the back. Right? Let's do it from over here. Oh, there we go. That's what we want right there. Okay. Now I can't say that there's any other excuses, at least for this wing. So yep. Okay, we're ready. So we're going to get it in here. We're going to get the wires in here. Poking through the little hole. Past the combat board. We get this lined up. Okay, so what I usually do, it's a pretty messy process. And I think about it over and over before I do it. So let me just, I've built several of these, but it's not like an assembly line, that's for damn sure. Okay, so I'm going to scorch some glue at the bottom and let the wing slide over that. So I'm going to get most of it at the far, closer to the wing, and let the wing push it up against the rest of the plastic. So first, and then I'm going to try to get it on the this edge here. And I think maybe I should do it from this angle. So I'm going to have to get this chair out of the way. All right, so we're going to do this. What camera do I have on? We'll leave that one on, I guess. Okay, and then, oh, I have to have a piece of tape ready to hold this down where I want it. So let's get a piece of tape. Yeah, it does help with the adverse yaw. I can't say that it totally eliminates it, unfortunately, for me and my ideas. But 4 fins is better than 2, right? That's my idea. Especially some fins closer to the center to give it that, yeah, to streamline that air is what I was thinking. And I wanted the cool effect too. Can't get away from that. Okay, so let's not get that stuck on the wing. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do this. Pull up the sleeves. Switch the view, right? Switch the view. What view are we on? Will you be able to see from there? Well, hopefully you'll be able to see. So what we're going to do is start from back here. And I'm probably in the way of the camera totally, aren't I? Let's try to do it right-handed. I'm a lefty. Get some right there. Get some there. Get some in front. Then, oh, I got it off the thing. Okay, and then squirt some on this stupid spar here. Get it to dribble. And then get some along this leading edge here. Or this edge, top edge, I should say. And some in the front. And then we'll get some on there and get some on here. Oh, we'll scoop that up. Okay, now we're going to swoosh it on. And then we're going to get this down where I want it. Just get that scraped off of there. It's not as close as I want it to be. Okay, there we go. Taped down. I really don't even have to hold it. It just sticks there. Am I on camera? I don't even know. I'm in the way is what I know. I can't help it, man. You gotta hold the thing. We'll put some extra glue in there. So the next wings, I'm going to cut a little bit of this little ledge off. I should cut the whole ledge off. I don't need that ledge anymore. That ledge was really to catch the underside of the... Oh, you know what? This is not my piece. This shark fin is for like a S800 or something. It's off a Thingiverse, yeah. Okay, so there's no foam touching the top here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a bunch of foam right in, or glue right in there. And get it all like that. And then we're going to take this and do that. Get it off of the, oh, I didn't want to really scooch it onto the side there, but it's there. Okay. So now I'm going to push down on that. And hold it there for, I don't know, a while. The glue is hot. The temperature is high. We'll just silently hold it. The sound of silence. Pretty boring sound, I know. That's why all those people like who am I trying to think of? Have music in the background. Yeah, well, I went back and watched one of his live streams, and all I could say is that the music wasn't nearly as loud as it was in the previous. It wasn't as distracting, and I felt bad for making a big deal about it. It was still there though, and it was like a you know, like a rave kind of boom, 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 and then it would repeat itself. It was like a pattern that I noticed was noticeably repeating. Oh, the magnets. We must not forget about the magnets. I hope I have that size in stock. Okay, I think I've held this long enough. So this wing is actually on now, and now we're going to, I don't know if I'm ready to release this tape, but what I want to do is get it released near this side. Yeah. So we're gonna just rip a section of it. If I can get it to start cutting, it won't tear. Like that. Excuse me. And we're going to put another bead of glue just right here. And make sure I'm ready with some foam. We're going to put it just right inside of this space. Till it reaches the level of the actual, and then we're going to squeegee it, the extra off. There we go. That looks pretty good. It's not exactly what I wanted because what's going on right here. In fact, that should be ground off. I should have taken that off when I had the chance. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do a butcher job. This one is my plane, so it doesn't matter. I'll do a better job on the ones for Kevin and Andy. I don't want this extra piece of dirty air here. We're gonna, oh no, that whole piece just snapped. Should have cut this first. Okay, yeah, like that. Let me get rid of that piece. That's what I want. And then I'll fill that up with glue too or something. Ah, look at that. I tore off some of the surface because it's such a thin, it's only one layer of. Okay. I will fix it better for them, I hope. But we're going to use this opportunity to put some glue in there. And we'll see where it goes. But at least it's not sticking up as far, this little bit of plastic. Okay, now we must attend to this other wing. And what are we going to do? What a mess. So, what we are going to do, I've been sort of trying to have a thread thought going on it in my non-multitasking brain. Does anybody's brain really multitask? I think science has proven that no, it does not. Your brain cannot multitask. It can multitask like walk and chew gum, but as soon as something turns into like where you need your brain power, you can't. You get tunnel vision. You can't focus on other things. Multiple things. I'm talking to the camera that's not on. Okay. So now, what we need to do here is deal with both of these problems that I've set up for myself. And we're going to deal with that with a little bit of alcohol, I think. The GPS I think I'm going to try to leave the GPS where it is and just fix the bottom wiring, push the bottom wiring out of the way. So we're going to deal with the bottom wiring only at this point. And so what I've done, I don't think I can really show it, but inside of there is this mess. And on the bottom is this wire that goes back to the receiver. And I certainly don't want to screw that up with the spar, now do I? I should have put that inside, but I didn't want to worry about getting it past the servo messing it up. Because the servo only has a little tiny bit of clearance on the bottom. So, yeah. That's the dilemma. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of alcohol on this, I think this is some kind of pipette. Somebody at work they were spoiled or something. So they were going to throw a bunch of these away. I said, don't throw those away. I can use those for my hobby. They said, oh, really? Okay, so we're just putting a few drops in there, and I'm sorry that it's not really on camera. There's not really, I can't. I'm not that professional. Not at all professional. Now I'm going to use my wood so I don't hopefully pierce anything. My wood, oh, it's coming right off. Beautiful. Okay, So now it's what I didn't want is the wires flippy flopping around, but I did glue it. There's another glue spot about this far back, so it only flippy floppies for that much. Let us now, moment of truth, see if this one little fix will let us get the wing in, and then we will do the rest of the prep work for this wing. Glory days. And with only halfway through. Well, I still have to do the top and the sides and the magnets and so many things. Okay, let's get these wires out of the way, and these wires are going to be above this. So I need these wires to go down underneath. It's a highway of wires here, an interchange, a crossing. Okay, so now I must go to the front. And see if I can just push. Oh, yeah. Oh, glorious. It's on. Look at that. So, here's what we're going to do. Once again, I have to deal with this thing. Let's turn the cameras. Oh, yes, we did it. We did it, folks. Okay, so let us mark this instead of this time. I might even try to put a piece of paper cosmetically on that side and fix it. We'll see. But we're going to mark this about right here. And then we're going to, all these wires, me and my wires. I'm going to have to fit this like 3 or 4 times, you realize, right? So now we've got that cut. I'm going to do some cutting with this before I cut the other one. And I'm going to cut along here. That's what I should have done on the other side. Okay. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to cut this part, this little piece of plastic right off right there. Okay. Now let's clip this with a clipper. Carefully. Ooh, careful. Careful, careful. There we go. Careful. There we go. That's what we want. Now we must test fit it again. I probably should have cut it a little further down. Felt like I forgot some wires there, but nope, there's 3 sets of wires there. Okay, now this one again, I kind of have to watch it while I push it through. Okay. Now, yes. What I should have done on this side was only cut the bottom, but we'll do it the same, except we'll cut it back. We won't cut it back as far. Okay, so I want to cut another. I should have cut another. Of course, I should have cut another like 5 millimeters off. So we're cutting 5 more millimeters off. I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm risking messing this thing up. What do I have to do? Print another one. That's the beauty of 3D printing your own stuff. Even if this was off of Thingiverse, it's still on my computer and I can print it again. Okay, so now let's carefully clip it again. I'm sorry about the lighting over here. One of these days, Probably won't be in 2020, at least not the first half of 2023. But one of these days. I'll get some more lighting. Okay, we've chopped a little bit more off of there. I'm just going to cut this a little bit, right? That little piece right off there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to test fit it, and we are going to... I haven't been paying attention to the chat, and there's this big giant thing here in the way. Crap. Hold on. Close. New managing moderators. Ooh, managing moderators. Calibrate your sticks again. Yeah. Safer than the blades, yeah, for scoring. Oh, I already read all that. He's going back to work. Bye, Robert. Post some pictures of that truck this weekend on your Discord. Oh, my truck. My pickup truck? My red F Ford 150 pickup truck? Or the truck back there? Or, I don't know, or the pictures that I just took. I should post on the Discord. I made a Discord. I did. I think I did. Or was that for the flight sim? Okay, so next, okay, we got to mark two things. Oh, we got to mark, first we have to mark this side and cut, and I think that we're just going to try to cut the bottom on this one. Yeah, I don't care if it looks different. No, I'll cut the same. Okay, so we'll mark it exactly the same. Look at that, it's lining up perfectly except for that one thing. So here, we'll just cut out from there. And we'll use my ruler again. And am I on stream? Am I on camera? Sort of, kind of, maybe. Other people are here. It says 3 people are watching. Excellent. Welcome. 3 people. I hope you're all doing well. Staying warm or cool if you're somewhere else where it's like summertime. Oh, I'm not cutting just the top. I'm cutting all the way through this. I think on Andy and Kevin's wings, I'm going to try to do it much better. But this one, we're just cutting it. We're just doing it. And the beauty of this is we cut it before the spar. So we're not even cutting over the spar. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so we're going to fit this on. Then we're going to take it off one more time because we're going to mark the bottom for the tape. This is, I know, don't build a plane. This is not like a learning how to do. This is more like how not to do, right? It's probably what you might be thinking at home. Viewers at home, and you would be right. But, okay, so we do have to prep this one part. Whoops. Forgot about that. Oh, no, I didn't. I got that cut. I did. Just right there. Just a little bit right there. I think that's it. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll get this fit on. I keep forgetting what camera we are at. Get some masking. Oh, get this cut first. So we're going to mark this underneath. Here, let's look at this. For the first time, folks, you can see how the spars that my cheap spar system for this pod, it actually holds the wing on without glue. Now, I'm not going to shake it around or try to fly it, of course, but it holds the wing on. So there it is for the first time, the FPV Combat /iNav 5.1 /FT Arrow /crude pod design combination. Looks like a plane. Look at that. With 1 hour to spare, with Sean, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So there it is, plane number 1 of 3. Now, what we need to do is turn it over. And I'm going with this color scheme. Usually my left wing is black on the bottom. I don't think that's like a standard or anything. So now what we're going to do is come over here and we'll mark this just a wee bit, like a little score right there, and a little score right there, and that'll give me a little mark. And once again, we'll pull this out one more time. This is going to be the last time, I think. And then we're going to take our ruler and we're going to put it about 3.5 to 5 millimeters inside of that line that I just marked. So the tape goes inside of the 3D printed pod line. And then I'm going to make this score line. And this is where I'm going to take the tape off. And now the ruler moved, so I got to do it manually, because I don't want to make 2 lines there. It's hard to see. And this is not going to be seen, so even if it's a little craggly, it's okay. It's going to be behind the scenes. And then right here, and then we just try to peel. Maybe one more. Okay, we'll go to this camera now. Okay, now we're going to try to peel this bit off. And we don't want to peel the foam off. We don't care if the paper comes off so much. I just care if almost the whole thing came off. I should start from the back, because I start taping from the back. So the front overlaps the back, which means the back underlaps the front. So what I should have done is peel it from this spot. Come on. You can do it. Sorry. There we go. Okay, the reason I'm peeling that off is so that I have a decent surface to glue to, because this is, after all, the wing. It is, after all, the wing, and we want a surface here that we can adhere to. Excuse me while I take a few more swigs of my coffee. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think it looks really cool too. The first time I built one, which is, well, actually the one on the back wall, which I don't think you can see even in that view. But there's the shell of one of my first FT Arrow with the wide pod, the first design. It's a different pod than this particular one, but it's the same dimensions. Okay, now, anyway, it's on the back wall back there, and I was very proud of it when it first, when I first got it put together. I was like, damn, that doesn't look so bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so now we are ready for the actual gluing. So let us get Things kind of semi out of the way. Okay, the wires go up below these wires. These wires are above because they're going to go right by that magnet. Probably not so great, but okay, here we go. So we're just going to make sure it goes on, and then I can push it down and tape it. That's what I will do after. I am going to slice just a little bit right here. Let me see how that goes. Yeah, that helped. Okay, that is perfect. Okay, so now, where are we? Let's get our views straight. Let's get on camera here. So we're going to do this. There we go. Look at that. We're going to do this way. We're going to take the glue, just like I did before. Splurge some in the back, along there, and some there. Some more there. Get it underneath. Oh, I don't really want it on the wires, but some got on the wire. And then I'll get out of the way, thingy-majiggy. And then along this leading edge, which it doesn't stick to. So I just end up pumping it in later, but let's try to get some on there. Okay, now let's push it together. Now I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to put some glue down here. And I'm going to push this down and tape this, push this together and hold it. All the wires came through just fine. A little bit got on there, but I don't really even have to hold it. It's just stuck in. There's a little bit of glue right there that I don't really want. Nope, too late for that. I let it get too cold. So that's how it's going to look. We're going to put some glue in this seam here in just a minute. Just want to keep it kind of still for at least a minute. Keep it from flopping around too much. We have an airplane, folks. This plane is flyable. Even if I just put this down, we could leave this all open. Probably it would still fly. Plug all the electronics together there, but no, of course we're going to finish covering the top. Okay, got a little hot glue stringies everywhere, and I'll have to do some cleanup on that, but that's what happens when you're gluing these kind of planes with hot glue. It is a problem. Okay, so now we're going to get this seam. So what I'm going to do, and awkwardly because I'm trying to keep it on camera, is just go down that seam like that. And then take this and just go like that. It does squirch up on both sides, but still, it gets into that groove there. And then now I'm going to make sure that it's compressed against the side of the 3D print. Okay, maybe that hole was for the wire. Yes, this hole is for the wire for the camera, I bet. That's what that's for. Holy smokes, I was actually thinking. Okay, now, just like I did on the other one, I'm going to tear away some of that tape. And I'm going to put some glue. Oh, I'm out of extension cord. I'm going to put some glue right kind of along here. And then I'm going to take another squeegee thingy and go along there and get that off of there. Oh, there's a lot of extra glue right there. And that's similar to the other side. It looks pretty matched up. Excellent, excellent. I got the wings on. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Okay, next is going to be maybe some more pictures. A few more pictures. And then next should be we plug everything back in. We have to plug everything back in. I mean, how many times have I done that? Now it's time to do it for real. And of course, I had my chart out, and now it's gone. Oh, crap. I thought I was so smart, too. So smart was I with my chart. It's on a physical piece of paper, so I didn't have to go scouring around for... Hold on, we'll put that right there. Scouring around for... Oh, man. The visual. No. Who knows? Oh, here it is. Brilliant. Okay. Okay. Here we go. What are we going to do? We have our chart, our graphic of the flight controller, and we need to plug in everything. So it's time to definitely change glasses. And, oh, look at this mess. Look at that. Can you decipher that? First, we'll get the lights out of the way. And we don't need that little guy either. Get this camera out of the way. This camera's going to go to the back. So what we need is the GPS. We have that. Let's plug that in. So the GPS goes to okay, let's get this orientated just like this one. The GPS goes to RX and TX1, I believe. So the ground will be this way. It's closest to this is going to be the GPS. Okay. And I think what we should do to have a clean build is we're going to go under the camera wire. What's this wire? This wire is probably going to get rerouted too. So this wire is going through this hole. And then I've got to grab it. And then it's going to go into the GPS. That will clean up the way the wires look once you have everything. And the same with this one. No, not that one. This one. This is the LED light, I think. No, this is the front camera. No, we're not going to do that with the front camera because it'll be too close to the ESC. And we already have the silly power wire sticking out over here. That's bad enough. We're going to try to keep the camera wire like down here. In fact, I'm going to like glue it down, I think. So it doesn't get... Oh, that sucks. The camera wire's going right by the power wires. I should have had this wire soldered inside going out the other side somehow. Okay, next, let's not lose track of what we're doing. Okay, we can put the servo through here, though, close to the ESC. That doesn't matter. Does it? I don't think so. The servo goes to under all this junk, too. The servo goes to, where is that on here? S. Oh, right. I can't remember. Did I write it down? Crap. I did write it down, but it's not on the piece of paper that I need, of course. One is going through the flight controller, and one is going through the... Which one? Let me look. Sorry. S4. That's the right one. So that one, oh my God, that's got to go through here and keep going through there and go to the PWM out with the ground on the bottom. So what I'm doing is I'm going for the right servo, which is S4, I believe. We're gonna have to plug it into the professor. I want to verify this before I wire it up. What we're doing is we're taking this servo wire from the right wing and we're going to plug it into the FPV combat board, because what the FPV combat board does is it shakes one of the servos when you get a hit. It's like it makes your plane not crash, but like vibrate. Like, you know, flutter. It will take the servo. Blah, blah, blah. So, what we need to do is plug this into the professor and make sure I know S4 is the right one and S3 is the left one. I'm pretty sure. But I want to make sure that that's the way I wanted to do it. So we'll go through the process. Sorry, I know that's what makes these live streams so tedious. But this is what I would do if I was just building on my own. And that's what this live stream was supposed to be, is just me building and streaming. And if people want to come and ask questions or something, I thought that was my vision. I managed, and I was going to sort of market it too, but I never did that part of it because I'm too anxious at the beginning. Like I can't even breathe. It's crazy. It happens to me every time. It's like my anxiety on top of the on top of my already existing allergies. But it does happen at the start of every stream. I have noticed that, where I can't breathe. I mean, I can breathe, sort of, but you know what I'm saying. I can't really talk. It's like I'm catching my breath. Okay, we have iNav 5.1. Let's go to the screen here. Wouldn't want to do that. Miss that. Okay, 2. And then switch. Okay. Here we go. Plugging into the computer. Flight controller lights flashing. COM4 showing. We can connect. Okay, and now we are going to go to the mixer. And the information I'm looking for is right wing S4, left wing S3, and that's what we got. So that's all I needed to do. Just to verify that I wasn't doing this backwards before I had to. Because if I have these panels glued in on the back panels, it's harder to get at this wiring. I'll have to tear it out. I mean, it's only foam board, so it doesn't matter. But okay, disconnecting and unplugging from the computer and going back here. Okay, that's all we needed to do there. I know, crazy, right? So now I'm going to take this all apart and put it away. But due to the convenience of the Dank RC studio. That's very easy. Okay, so servo, right servo number 4, S4, S4, goes from the flight controller to this FPV Combat. So now, ooh, what do we have over there? Oh, nothing. So we're going to do this camera. Now what I have to do is fish this thing into this connector. And that's easier said than done. So I'm going to go, and I need to go under, like so. There's just a bunch of crap here. There is the smart audio wire. There's okay, so let's look at these pliers here and get this out of the way. This little green wire all by itself is a smart audio wire. We need to get that up and out of the way. We want the signal wire facing up. This is like doing a surgery. Okay, and then we want to get it right into that slot. So this, I'm going to use a pair of pliers and try to aim it for that. And I got it. First try. Unbelievable. So now we're just going to finish pushing it all the way in. Okay. That is the right servo wired. The left servo will be different because that goes directly to the flight controller. And let's verify that we have our grounds. We're going to look at our little handy dandy chart here. And the grounds are towards the center for S3 and S4. So ground towards the center of the board for both S3 and S4. So we're using, and then S5, this one is the trigger. This is the trigger pass-through. So when I hit the trigger, it passes, that signal comes in the S-bus, passes through the flight controller, and goes to the trigger input on the FPV Combat board. And this whole scheme seemed to have been a good, a good plan. Now, the other thing we want to do is try to be cute and push this wire back in there. What I do is I grab it, and then I push it, and then I grab it, and I push it some more. And then I take my stick and just kind of shove it in there. That way we get extra wire out of the way of the center cavity. The less wire in there, the better. Okay, now this is the radio. That is the 533 radio, the 433 radio, and this radio goes on the serial port, I believe. We're going to check the FPV Combat, but it goes this way. 5 volts, RX, and TX. Oh, I can tell this wire's coming out. Hold on. So these homemade connectors that I made, you got to be careful. You got to make sure that they're clicked in. Okay, and I use a little cell phone SIM card device for that. Okay, back to this. This is going to go. And again, what we're going to want to do is shove the wires back in there once we get this all connected. No, that's not the right. Oh, yes, it is. And so now we're going to try to take that and get them shoved in there. And again, yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. That way they look like they're the exact right length. How about that? Okay. Okay, we only have one more connection to make, I believe, and that's the receiver. And the way the receiver goes, according to our handy dandy chart, we want it to go ground 4V5, which is the one that stays on when you have the USB plugged in. That's the one. Okay, so which one was that? One away from RSSI, opposite the USB on the outside row. So the way what that means is, where's that wire? It's gone. My blind eyes can't find it. Here it is. Okay, let's make sure all these wires are good. So the ground is there. And should we go this way with it? No, we're going to go this way. Go one inside there. That's where it's supposed to go. But it won't go on for some reason. There it goes. Okay. Let me double check our chart. Ground. So this first pin is the RSSI. And then there's ground, 4V5, S bus, and then the telemetry, the S port. That, folks, is all the wiring done. So now, let's take this. We're going to do all this, start to do some testing. Let's take this, because the next thing to do is program the modes before I get too far. Okay, so I'm going to take this. That's how it looks with the cap on. Oh, pictures. I keep forgetting to take pictures. Take a few more pictures. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. Good deal. Okay. Oh, don't leave it on. The camera will stay on. Okay, next, we're just going to put one screw in there at least so that we can keep that from flopping about. And let me see where this camera, yeah, we got plenty of room for this camera. Okay, so next we're going to put the screw in there. A screw. Of the 4 screw holes, we'll put one. And I'm supposed to have a magnet on here. Without a magnet, it's very difficult to get the screw started. That is a failing of my design, so let me go get a magnet. And I might as well get the magnets for the hatch too. And the magnets are all, where are they? Here they are. And it looks like we have the right magnets in stock. I think these are the right ones. These are very crappy quality, but they will do. Sorry, I had to go to the other side here. The other side of the Dank RC Workshop Emporium area. Oh, I was on this other camera anyway. Wouldn't have been able to see anything no matter what, because there's no cameras over there. Okay, so I'm going to stick a magnet on the screwdriver. Then I'm going to stick the screw to the screwdriver. I'm going to very carefully get it started. I've already had the screws in, so it should go. I've already pre-threaded, as you might say. And I'm just going to carefully, I'm not even putting it in all the way yet. Okay. There we go. Now, next, might as well do this panel right here, because this panel is the panel that gets this light. So let's just see, first of all, if the panel fits by itself. And it does not. Well, no, it needs a little... It's not quite straight, I would say. That's kind of funny. Let's see how it goes now. There we go. Okay, so that's that panel. Now, how is this going to work? Oh, that's going to ruin this camera view, isn't it? This fin. Fin looks cool, but it's going to make the camera view suck out the back unless I put the camera right down here. Put the camera right down at the end, right? Is that what I need to do? This is all going to be blocked. See, it was going to go up here somewhere. What should I do? What should I do? I don't know. Okay, well, the first thing I have to do is tape this. But what I'd like to do is we're going to make the pieces for this side too. This side is a problem because it's going to be much harder to mark. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice this piece here by taking the ruler and just slicing it down. Oh, of course the ruler moved. And then sticking it like that. I really need to slice a little bit more off of it. We'll just do it this way. That was too much. It was more than I wanted to slice off. Okay, so we want to go from there to there. So now what I need to do is take this one and make a new blank piece and then cut. See, that's how far off I was. There's the hole, and that's where the hole needed to be. That is a good 10 millimeters off. Okay. So what I need to do is set this aside, and I do have to do something. I have to do something upstairs for 1 second. So we're going to go to standby for 1 second. Here. What should I do? I'll just put it on this one. Just give me 1 minute. Not even a minute. Where was my standby? Spear flight. Okay, we'll do that one. Okay, sorry about that. Everything's good. Okay, so we're going to get a piece of foam. We have to cut 2 pieces basically of foam. We have to cut a piece for this, and we have to cut a piece for the hatch. And we also have to see, where did I put those magnets? Here they are. Are these the right size of magnets for this door? And they are indeed. So there's a little depression right here that fits these little magnets. These are like 10 by, or 5 by 15. I think they're 5 by 15. Could measure it, you know. It's kind of, there's 5 that way and 15 that way. Hard to measure it on a metal ruler. Okay. I'm farting around. Let's get us a piece of foam, a scrap piece of foam, which one of these ought to be big enough. Right here. Let's take this. Let's take our, let's just draw a line first of all. We'll use that. Okay, now next we will mark this dimension, and then we'll get rid of this and use the square. Here, let's go back to here. Exciting. No, no, wrong one. There we go. Then we'll do this. Then, oh, he'll post the pictures of the truck. I just reread Robert's thing. I thought he wanted me to post pictures of a truck because I'm like, what truck? Yeah. Okay, so he is, and he has a Discord. I was like, I don't have a Discord, do I? One for my Flight Sim channel, which is non-existent really, because I just got the Flight Sim rig actually going. And that's another story for another time. Okay, so now we've got this piece cut, I think. So the first thing we're going to do is see if it fits. We'll go, off camera. We're going to see if it fits here. And it seems to fit. And does it fit at this? Oh, the paper's cut. Oh, no, never mind. Ow. Just banged my hand on the hot glue gun. Okay, that dimension seems to be okay. So next we have to take our marking piece. Where did that go? This one. First, let's do the bevel cut on the same, well, on a side. The reason for the bevel cut is for the hatch. This comes in at an angle, and the bevel cut helps. Okay, so now let's go back to this view. We're getting close to the end. I hate to say we didn't quite finish the plane, but we're going to get real close. 10:48. Oh my God, we're really close. We're really close. Cut like that. Really, it's more like it's going to be at an angle. So it's more like that. Okay, cut. How much out? That much out. We'll cut that much out. Same. Oh, I didn't even make a mark. Yes, I did. Barely made a mark. Let's use the square to mark it. And then we're going to angle this cut this way. It's the beauty of working with these RC foam board planes, is that you really can just experiment. It's Dollar Tree foam board. There we go. Beautiful. Now, let's get this on camera. Everything's a mess now. I haven't taken one single desktop cleaning break. That's unbelievable, this whole stream. That never happens. I always clean off the workbench. Okay. I don't know how much of that was off stream. Gosh, I am so sorry. I am the worst YouTuber ever. Okay, now, where was the piece I just cut? Not that one. Oh my gosh. Did I really lose? Is this the one this doesn't seem like the one. No, it's not. That's just like me. I just lost the piece that I made. Here it is. Okay. Holy smokes, man. Okay, that's much better. I was going to say, I can't believe I was that far off. So, that's what I'm shooting for. So now I'm going to take these two pieces and we're going to cover them with tape. Cover them with tape. And we will cover them with clear tape. And they're pretty clean. Get our card ready. Here, let's do it under the camera. Let's move this. This should be not too hard to do. Okay. Get a clear piece of tape. We got to get it. It's just about the same width as a piece of tape. So I want to get it lined up pretty. Okay, we got it, basically. There's a little tiny bit over there that didn't get. Okay, that's that one. Now we'll stick this one here. And we'll go, try to go straight with that, please. And once again, oh, look, there's a piece of dirt. Got sucked up. Because this place is, well, I mean, I have doggies and then there's humans. Those humans are very dusty. That's it. Those are the two pieces of tape for that piece. For those two pieces. Now we will take our knife and we will trim it. Let's get all this off of here. Okay, so now we got to trim. Trim this. That doesn't look so smooth underneath there, but that doesn't matter. Okay, then we're going to cut a hole for the camera wire. Now, where are we going to put the camera? I think we should put the camera, well, let's just stick the camera wire through this hole and decide. This is the hole. I don't really like this placement of this hole, but that's where it's going to be because we already made it. I might do something different with, a little different with Andy and Kevin, so it's a little better. Okay, so we're going to take this off camera again. Let's go back over here. We're going to, oh, and don't get tape stuck to the plane. I'm going to take this out. Okay, and then we're going to feed it through this. Oh, do I want to get the light glued on first? How's that going to go? That's going to go like this. Let's see. That's going to go like... Oh dear, we want that on top. On top of that. On top of that. Okay, plug it back in. Okay, the camera wire. Where's the camera wire? I lost it already. There it is. Yep, the light's on this side. So we're going to glue the light first. So what we usually do for that is I stick it in. It's going to go like that. Let's place it in there and see how it fits. Oh, it doesn't fit. Oh, it fits. Okay. The light's in. The wire will be okay. The camera wire. This camera wire will go through there. Boink. Yeah, we're not going to have much choice where we're going to put the camera because the camera wire lead is so short. Okay, so that's how we're going to glue it, just like that. Let me make sure. No, I'm going to. I should have done this before I taped it. There's a little piece of paper here that I kind of want to try to smush to the side. I'm going to try to make sure that this little square inside of here matches the square inside the NeoPixel. Okay, let's try that again. Now, if that's right, that's close enough. Okay, so now we're just going to take a little bit of glue and kind of smoosh it around right there, just like that. We're getting some on the wires too. And that will definitely keep the light from coming off. The beauty of this is that this little piece here is nothing but a piece of foam board. It has no structure. So it doesn't matter what happens to it. You can replace it. And just so super simple. It's 10:57. That means I didn't get the plane quite done. We're going to call it done though, because I don't think I'm going to do this on the next live stream. I'll just show it off. I'll just record the finishing touches. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do a random stream. Okay, next. Now we're going to let that dry for just another second there. So as far as I know, I do not have this design up on the Thingiverse yet. So I need to do that. It's almost ready. Just a few more seconds. This has been glued on, I'm pretty sure, yes. Okay, so now we're going to test fit this. And it looks good. Looks like I should have trimmed some of that tape, but we'll just leave it. Now we're going to take the camera wire and we're going to get it stuck through there. And we're going to use this to push it through. There we go. And then we're going to glue this thing down. So that will make it easier for us to place the camera. So once again, we're going to test fit it. And I think I know where the camera's going to go. Right there. Because that's the only place it's going to fit. So now we're going to get our glue. And we've got two little spots. We got a little spot here. and a little spot, 3 little spots, and a little spot there, and then some along here. And we don't, like I said, it's not structural, so we don't need to be that worried about how it goes. We just need to make sure it goes on and that the wires don't get glued together. That's it. I'm going to hold it down, make sure it gets glued down, because it did kind of come up right there a little bit. There you go. We're going to glue this one down. We don't have to fish anything through this one. Oh, we have to finish trimming it. Let's finish trimming it. We'll go a few minutes long so we can get this done. So here we just have to trim off all the tape. And my tape, my knife is getting dull. It's definitely time to change the knife. Okay, so now we'll test fit this piece. Let's plug the camera in so we don't lose track of it, because that's just how I would go. 5 to 30 volts goes this way. Okay. So we put the camera on there, and now we can glue this piece down. So let's test fit it. Say it fits pretty good. Antenna's on. Wires out of the way. Excellent. Okay, we're going to glue this down. This one isn't going to get as much glue over on this side because, well, like I said, it doesn't really need it. This is just cosmetic and for air flow, or lack thereof in the case of the VTX. But you'll still be able to have the numbers show up. In fact, if I want to, I can cut a little notch out of there so you can see the channel and everything. But it'll show you the channel on the OSD. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if anybody's still out there or not. It fluctuates from 2 to 0 to 1. I don't know about the YouTube viewer count. But there. Yeah, the hatch I'm going to have to do a little bit more work because I've got to get these wires straightened out and get them. I was trying to think of a way to get them protected from the battery. And all the extra bits shoved. The battery's going to be forward of the spar. So I want this, like, I was thinking of even 3D printing a little kind of U channel and just gluing it in there. So I might pursue that. Anyway, it is 11:03 p.m. Central Standard Time in North America, at least. And our FPV Combat FT Arrow iNav center wide pod center thing. Oh, let's take the tape off. think we'll need, well, I'm going to leave it on until actually, there's still more work to do because I have to do I drizzle glue in here for the spars. I have to make the lid, the hatch, which will have a black tape hinge here. Very crude, but it works. And the magnets, which will keep the hatch closed, and that does work. And I need to make some kind of wire channel for this bunch of wires that's going along here. So I got the camera, got the lights, and the trigger, the gun, the laser, the IR gun, whatever it is. This I'll just leave hanging around, I guess, under there. I don't know. So there it is. Look at that. We have a plane, a whole plane. Look at it's a whole plane. There's the bottom side. Let's weigh it. Let's see how much this plane weighs in its almost finished state. And then we'll call it a night until next week, at which time we will try again to finish. Well, maybe I'll just be showing off this finished plane. Oh dear, I don't have a typical me. I'll dump this out. I'll set this up on here. I'll zero it again. Okay. So in this state, let's put a piece of foam board about the size of the hatch. There, that much foam board. And the magnets. That will be, and a prop. I don't have a prop here. Here, this is a prop. So we're talking about 642 grams at its weight, more or less, without a battery. The camera's on, yeah. So about 642 to 43 grams. It's not light, but it's not terrible. And it's got this monster motor on here, man. This sucker is going to be a beast. 2216, 2400 kV. Oh my God, it's gonna be crazy on 3S, and I made it big enough to fit a 4S. Oh my God, it's gonna be insane. Okay. Thanks, folks, for coming to watch me do nothing, basically, but I really appreciate it. And number 6. So I'd like you all to have a nice night. Sean, thanks for joining if you're still out there. Robert, as always. Andy and Kevin, we're getting close. I've got the other parts. I've got wings cut over here. I'm going to make them. Got all the other parts cut, taped, drawn. Got the wiring harnesses made. I got the flight controllers flashed. A little soldering yet left to do. I've got the wiring harnesses done. I think I said that. We're close. We're close. I'm going to keep pressing on with this, and we're almost done. And like I said, I really appreciate you watching. Good night, everybody. Is this the mic? Which is this? Hello. 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 Oh. Hello. Hello. Good deal. That's the right mic. That is the right mic right there. Bring it in hot. Oh, yeah. Okay.